Everybody, welcome to Subject Section 1.1. Let's go ahead and look over question one. So, question one says, determine what the key terms referred to in the following study. We want to know the average mean amount of money spent on school uniforms each year by families with children at Knoll Academy. We randomly survey 100 families with children in the school, and three families spent 65, 75, and $95 respectively. So let's go ahead and highlight a couple of key things we see in this question. So we want to know the average mean amount of money spent. So we know we're talking about average and mean amount of money. And we are talking about families with children at Knoll Academy. So that's the population we're looking at. And this question also says they randomly survey 100 families. So that would be our sample. And the 65, 75, and $95 is going to be our data. So let's go ahead and identify what the key terms are in this question. So with population, we know we're talking about children, families with children in Knoll Academy, but remember with population, that key word is all. We're talking about everybody. So what we want to say is all families with children at Knoll Academy. Okay, so that's our population. So our sample is going to be pretty much the same exact statement, but instead of all the families, we're going to look at a specific group of them. And in this question, the specific group is 100 families. So that's our sample. So what we would say is 100 families with children at Knoll Academy. Okay, so now let's get into parameter and statistic. So remember that parameter goes with population and statistic goes with sample. And parameter statistic are talking about some type of calculation. So in this question, the type of calculation is going to be the average or mean amount of money spent. And since parameters talking about population, we want to know the average amount of money spent by all the families. So let's go ahead and write that out in a good statement. So what we would say is the average means they mean the same exact thing. Amount of money spent on school uniforms each year by all families. That keyword is all because we were talking about the population with children at Knoll Academy. Okay, so that's parameter, and parameter is talking about population, so that's the keyword all, and that is parameter is talking about some type of calculation, average or mean. So statistic is going to be the same exact statement, except this time we're talking about the sample. So instead of all families, it's going to be that 100 families. So let's go ahead and write that out. So I'm just going to copy and paste and change to 100 families. because that's our sample. Okay. So that statistic and variable is really the amount of money one family spends. So what you want to do for variable is say x equals, and it's going to be the amount of money, and the key word is one family spent on school uniforms each year. Okay. And lastly is data. So data in this question, we're given a couple of data pieces from three families, and that would be 65, 75, and 95. So data is going to be 65, 75, and 95. Okay, so that's it for example one, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.